All right. So, hey, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in and watching this amazing, informative video. Today, I have some amazing women with me who I absolutely love and adore. And one of our favorite conversations is that of finance and credit. So, without further ado, I just want to introduce them shortly before we get into this conversation. The first one is Miss Monique, and I absolutely love her. She's very wise. She has
Mm.
a lot of information, wealth of information regarding your finances, financial literacy when it comes to youth, herself. So we are going to talk to her. And then we have Miss Sharonda, who is a financial advisor who has been in this industry of finances for more than 18 years. So I love her. I ask her questions. We have tons of conversations about financial situations and how we can just help people see things a little bit different. So if you guys want to speak and introduce yourself, that would be amazing. Monique, go ahead.
Hey y'all. So I am Monique. I am a mom and a Black woman, as you can see, who
Hey.
is passionate about finances, personal finance, and just really educating our people about financial literacy and emotional relationships with money, so that we can get to the next level, so we can level up. So,
Miss Sharonda.
Hello, everyone. I am Sharonda Everson. I am a wife. I'm a mother. I'm an avid traveler. I have been in the mortgage industry since 2003. So I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. And one
mm,
of the things that I've become real versed at is helping customers and home buyers, homeowners get their finances together in order to purchase a home, and it brings a lot of things to the surface. So over the years, I've managed to at least try to help customers deal with conversations and situations that don't often get talked about enough. So, and I look forward to having this conversation with you ladies.
yes.
Awesome. So me, if you don't know, I'm Shana Rivers. I'm a realtor in Atlanta. I am a mom. I am a wife. I am a few other things, but amongst them all, the reason why I'm here is to discuss my passion for people to get their finances and their credit together more than just for purchasing a house, but for your life, you know what I'm saying? And for your name. And with all of this talk about generational wealth, like that's just like the new topic and everything like that, which is great. Like I love seeing people communicate about that. But what are we doing and where are we going and where do we come from? So that's kind of what we want to discuss today. And the first question I'm going to start off with is, what would you say your relationship is with money right now and how has it grown? And whoever wants to go first can go first.
Ooh. I think I'll go. I think my relationship with money right now is very healthy, and it has grown. It didn't used to be healthy, but it's healthy. Um, it's healthy in the fact that I'm transparent, I'm honest with it. I even try to look for ways to improve.
Mhm.
Um, even now, even being in the industry for so long, there's always ways to improve your financial health and how to grow, where to put your money, and all of that. So I would say mine is healthy right
So I would say mine is certainly growing. It's not where it used to be, but it's certainly growing. And as my sister said, there's always things that you can learn and ways that you can develop, and incorporate new things in your financial planning, and just your financial fitness as a whole. So I would say it's pretty good, and it's definitely growing.
So for me, wow, like I've definitely come a long, long way, which has created a better passion for me in the financial world and the generational wealth building world. I definitely had a horrible relationship with money. I I had an addiction to spending money. Daily, I had to buy something. I had no honor for money. I had no care for money. I
Mm,
never
mm.
thought of it as a tool
Preaching.
that I needed to live. It was definitely just, came in and out. Now I have a greater appreciation for the things that I can do with it, the things that it can do for me and my family. And I have a greater respect for the
Mhm.
finances and the funding that the Lord does allow me to have. So,
Yeah.
yes.
Mm, mm.
Um, moving on. Let me see what's the next one. Okay, yes. So, what behaviors do you think that you learned directly or indirectly from your parents growing up, or what was something that you thought about money growing up, or what the relationship that maybe the ones that you saw in your household growing up? How did that impact how your relationship was or is or was with money as you entered into adulthood?
Mm. I can start with this one. So I feel like, one of the biggest issues is like we didn't talk about money at all in my household. And so I remember being 17 and getting a credit card, and I wasn't even 18 yet, but I was 17. It was for $200. Girl, when I got that credit card, that $200 is gone in that same day. I bought these red Timberland boots. I've been wanting to get, they were $195 or something like that. I spent all of that $200 that I had on those boots. And so that was on my credit for years and years and years. But like, I just remember like when I actually looked at my credit in my early 20s and all these little things on it, and not understand I had bills that I had when I was 4 that my parents put in my name. I had all sorts of stuff on my credit, but they were all like these little things that I never paid attention to. Didn't value, like you said, I didn't value money because it was never taught to me to value money. We never talked about money. In school, we never talked about money. At home, we never talked about money. And in addition to that, the things that were said about me and my people about money were always negative. Black people don't know how to manage money. Black people have bad credit. Black people, they don't know what to do with money. There was all these things that were fed to me before I even knew what to do and how to do and how to use money as a tool. So I would say that impacted me tremendously, as it still does, because we don't talk about it. It's not discussed, good nor bad. So that definitely impacted me. Now I don't forgot the second part of the question. Was it how it impacted me or what was
How it directly or indirectly affected you?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think you
So
answered
that, yeah, so that certainly impacted me. And I think that's why for younger people, I just think we need to make this open dialogue early on and not wait to high school and not wait to middle school, but talk to your kids about money early. As soon as they can understand, mommy, can I have this in the store? They should be able to understand like how money works and how it's earned.
early.
Exactly. So yes, so it impacted me in a major way.
I know when I was growing up, money was a stressful topic.
Mm.
There was not enough of it. And it almost seemed as if when the subject of money came up, there was an argument, elevated voices, tears, robbing Peter to pay Paul and all that. Just like when you overhear conversations that your parents or even other family members, you touched on something where you said, oh, Black people don't have good credit or whatever. That's what is said. But in a sense, it's almost like it's acceptable.
Right.
And for those that did seem to have money or appear to have money, it was also this negative thing. Oh, you think you better than everybody.
Right.
So I know for me, it affected me because at first, I did not know the right way to operate, respond, or converse with people that were well to do.
Right.
And even in middle school, even some of the things that I wanted to do in middle school, but could not because money was limited. And then I had siblings, we all had to eat, we all had activities, So I know it affected me because I equated not being able to do certain extracurricular activities due to the lack of money.
Mm.
So as I got older and graduated college and started being able to do certain things, I was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and not having proper tools to know how to manage or even say this is how I'm able to do it. Not just because I have money, but I plan for it.
Yes.
So that was, it affected me a lot. I'll say that it affected me a lot until I went through a very big financial hardship, and it
Mhm.
caused a depression. And it was similar to some of the things that I saw some of the adults go through when I was younger.
Mm.
I want to change this. I can't live like this. You know, have y'all ever seen any of the adults when you were younger? Do you recall any of the adults in your family going through like a depression and it was behind money and finances?
Definitely. Definitely. Just not
Yeah.
knowing what they were going to do, how they were going to get it done. It was like, it was almost normal. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it doesn't like, it didn't have I didn't know the impression it was going to have on me as I got older, because that is the norm. The norm is who can't pay their bills, who is getting put out, who is going to move to another apartment because they just don't have it for here, and who's gonna lie, whose kid's name is going on the next, lease, whose social security number is getting used. And I know
Cable bill.
for me growing up, it was a very frugal lifestyle, right? Like I didn't see my parents like balling out and couldn't afford it or anything, but so even though that was really good, like that frugal lifestyle, my relationship with money became close-handed. Once I get it, I'm just going to keep it.
Mm.
So I'm very tight, and I'm talking about it started young. I can remember, and they still make fun of me. You get me 5 25-cent packs of gum, that's going to last me for 6 months because I'm going to rip each piece up. Literally, I always was like, I have to reserve, I have to conserve. I don't know when I'm going to get money for this again, right? And so I wanted to I attached myself to it even as an adult, not even having enough, but unwilling to separate from it because it may not ever return. And now understanding that I have to give out, I have to pay for things, I have to release it so that I can receive it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still working. A lot of people know I'm very frugal. There's certain things that were imparted into my life that, like, I love thrifting. That was part of my mom's, frugal lifestyle, which I do value. I still very much so love thrifting. Why not get it for $2, and look bomb? But I still am struggling with paying, and then paying for things that are necessary. Can I do it myself? Do I need to pay? You know what I'm saying? So that's one of my big struggles that I'm still working through is paying, doing it and releasing the money so that I can receive, and opening doorways through releasing.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because even now, as a wife, as a mother, and going through life changes, even as a businesswoman, times are different from our previous generation. So we can outsource and pay other people to do certain things. But sometimes in my mind, I'm like, okay, I got the money. Let me stress myself out trying to see how I can do myself, because I can save that little $200.
Yes.
Oh God, yeah.
I was in a meeting and the lady said, do what you do best and outsource the rest. And I wrote that down and I said, Lord, let this receive into my heart. Let it marinate. I have a hard time with that because you're charging me $80 and I just need to do it in an hour, but really it's helped free up my life and give me some of that time. That, yes, I paid for it. Yes, it may not be right, but it's at my brain capacity. You know what I'm saying? No, that's not right. Do it over. You know what I'm saying? And still able to function and move as an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Monique brought it up a little bit earlier, but let's talk about credit for a second. What was and I'm going to start. My very first interaction with credit was very much like what you said. I never heard of credit, right? I didn't know what it was. But I